As a kid, I was always obsessed with like witch characters. I mean, my favorite movie overall was Wizard of Oz. And unlike everyone else who loves Dorothy, I'm over here cheering on the Wicked Witch of the West. And then going through till about 19, I was raised Pentecostal, Church of God. After I came out as gay when I was 18, I got dropped like a pin from the church in a way. And the whole point of religion or spirituality is to be welcoming and to be happy for people and just be supportive. Yet I was being like shunned and pushed away for just being who I am. So I was like, okay, well, let's figure out what I can do about this, because I obviously am not going to sit here and practice this, because it's destroying me. So I had some friends who were into witchcraft, and I started talking to them a little bit, and that was when it took me to that shop that we went to. I walked in. No, you feel things draw your attention the instant you see them, or you know you should get this. So I walked around and I was looking at all the crystals, and I spotted one. It was goldstone, but those crystals drew my eye instantly. I had to get them. That day, honestly, it did change things, because as soon as I got that, it was like, most Christians would say it's a downward spiral. It was an upward spiral. It was like going up a staircase of enlightenment, because I was able to truly see who I was and be happy with it. There's no set book of rules. It's not like, hey, do this, do that, do this, don't do this, don't do that. It's make your own destiny. It's pushing you towards greatness and looking at things in a different way than you've been taught all your life. In certain crafts, people are so superstitious, because I've met people who are witches, but they also worship Christ. Like, they actually use Christ in their magic. And then I've seen some people that are total Satanists. It's not supposed to be set to certain ones, because a lot of the time in the community, people are like, oh, well, it's all based off this. It's like, no, it's not. It's the way you believe. It's not the way I believe. It doesn't matter how it can be different. A main one that I work with a lot is through Cuban belief of the religion Santeria. And I work with Oshun. She's the goddess of fresh water and rivers and streams, and also sex. There's a story about her honey that she has on her hips. She carries pots of honey on her hips. Once men taste it, they never go back. They're always hooked. And so it's that power I really draw after. And I've started centering myself, grounding myself, really digging in. And it's proven itself. I've been able to, when doing readings, it's no longer a guessing game for me. I instantly am starting to recognize the cards better and really dig deep. Because when I used to do readings in the beginning, I was still using the book most of the time. Now I'm able to really just call it right out. So it's just all about being really in tune with myself. I've really worked really hard on that. I mean, the best tarot experience I ever had was when I actually interacted with one of my family members that had passed on back like 8 years ago. And I was able to actually reconnect with them, and it was so surreal. And that also that was probably one of the most defining moments where I knew the power of like tarot and the power of all this, that it's not something to be frowned upon, that it has a true power to it. In that moment, it was so surreal that I could reconnect with someone that I truly did care about. He was one of my favorite family members, and it was just amazing. That's the thing I get from my family all the time, because they're all Christian-based religion, and literally I can't even talk about it, can't even bring it up, because they're like, oh, you're doing that devil shit in terms. It's just like, no, I'm not. I'm out here living my life, making my own destiny. In the dating world, it even messes me up, because people will literally ghost me after I tell them, and I'm just like, what's the difference if you tell me you're a Christian? It's called coexistence. And people are so afraid of you casting something on them. And that's probably the biggest misconception, is everyone thinks I'm out to get them because of it. But I'm just here to do me. They do them, I do me, that's it. For everyone out there, though, they just need to know that witchcraft, it may be something you can't understand or fathom or even think of being true. But the whole point behind it is that you just respect me for what I believe in, I respect you back. It's all on, if you disrespect me, I'll disrespect you back.